to Design Your CEO Life. I'm your host, Shay Cannon. I have designed my CEO life to live and work my business from anywhere in the world. I started this journey in Belize. I lived in Mexico on two separate occasions. I was in Argentina at one time and even Costa Rica. But now I am truly living my best life on a Southeast Asia tour that's going to take me about a year to hit all the stops that I want to hit. I am currently in Saigon, Vietnam. Next, I'm going to go to the beach in Da Nang, Vietnam. After that, I'm going to go over to Thailand and hit three places, and then Bali, and then Japan, and then Korea. Listen, I'm excited. This is exciting, right? So thank you for joining me as I share conversations and stories and strategies to help you to design your CEO life. All right. Can you believe we have arrived at the last episode to end season 3? We did good work. I'm talking about good work together in the first 2 seasons. I'm so excited that we continued such high value and life-changing work this season. Each episode has gotten better and more transformative. I was definitely on a mission. I don't want you waiting anymore. I don't want you pretending anymore. And I don't want you giving yourself any excuses anymore. We're building businesses and lives that feel good for real. No fake lives allowed. If you're new here, be sure to go back and check out the past seasons and even the past episodes of this season. We've been building up to this season 3 of Design Your CEO Life, and it has been next level. Without unnecessary fluff or delaying on the good life, just radical ownership and unapologetic action to start living our best CEO life now. So remember, this is a conversation. I know it seems like I'm just talking to myself, but I'm talking to you. And I know sometimes, I might be hitting some spots and some sore spots, and you're probably talking back, but I want to hear from you. Find me on social media. I am @Shay Cannon COO everywhere. That's @SHACANNON COO everywhere. Let me know if you've learned anything. Let me know if anything has given you some aha moments. Let me know if I said anything that you didn't agree with. I want to hear it all. So reach out to me @Shay Cannon COO everywhere and let me know what you think of the show, this season, everything. All right. Well, you see it. It's the gray logo baby T. That means this is an even numbered episode. Welcome to episode 8. I have given this final episode the title, The Glow Up. Let's get into it, okay? Tonight we are talking about building in public and what it really means to win loudly, okay? Not just for clout, not just for likes, but to attract your tribe, opportunities, abundance, and momentum, okay? While you glow the heck up in real time. First, let's touch on why build in public is such a power move. Building in public, yeah, it's a power move. On one past season, we talked about that you need to learn how to brag, right? You need to learn how to speak yourself up because that monkey brain is always, trying to tear us down so that we stay safe and comfortable. Well, I will say safe and comfortable and content, even with things that's not working for us, okay? But when you're building in public, there's power in that. Building in public is about documenting your journey, not just displaying your victories. It's the difference between being a statue and being a living, breathing movement, okay? When you build in public, you show people that you're human, not some overnight success story. You create trust because transparency builds trust and loyalty than anything perfection could do. Okay, being transparent and being imperfect is better than being perfect. All right. It well, It helps you to attract opportunities that match your actual mission, not a fake persona, right? Now, we've heard this in the dating world, right? If you want to attract somebody that will be in love with you, you first have to be you. If you're going to be somebody else, then they're going to be attracted and love that person that you've created. So it's the same thing with our lives, right? We want to attract opportunities that match who we truly are. So we need to be out here living as who we truly are. Another thing is you can accelerate your own growth because documenting forces reflection. Okay. So when I first started living and working, from anywhere in the world, I didn't wait until, I had a Netflix special to talk about it, right? I started sharing the decision. I shared the packing process. I shared the struggles with language barriers. I shared random hilarious mishaps. And guess what? People trusted me. Clients started finding me not because I was perfect, but because I was relatable. Yeah, it was like I was a real person. Even now, at the beginning of my year-long journey through Southeast Asia, I've been sharing what's been going on, what's been going well, and what's been going not so well, and not according to plan. But I also share how things work out anyway, because people want permission to believe their own dreams are possible. By sharing your imperfect but beautiful, in process journey, you give them that permission and they never forget it. There are some common misconceptions about building in public. This is the part where, for the final time this season, I'm going to take my glasses off so that you can hear me better. All right. So let's clear the air on what building in public is not. It's not trauma dumping. Okay. It's not telling every intimate secret to strangers. It's not constant bragging or thirst trapping. And it's not seeking validation for your next move or even for who you are as a person. Now, let's talk about what it is. Building in public is strategic storytelling, it is sharing insights, lessons, and pivots in real time. It is being honest about the journey without dumping emotional labor on everybody. And it's celebrating wins and sharing thoughtful reflections on setbacks. You are not obligated to share everything. Think of it as curating a window, okay? Not handing over your house keys so people can rummage through and do what they want to do and see what they want to see. So remember, you control the narrative. You choose the lens in which people see you through. You are the editor of your own glow up, okay? So you don't need a PR team or 100,000 followers. You can start today. No matter where you are in your journey, you can start today. And this is how you can do that, okay? You can start to document, not perform, okay? Document. So instead of creating content, think of what did I do or what did I learn that could be helpful for somebody else. Then you share it. You can show processes like behind the scenes of your launches, behind the scenes of you getting ready to do something different in your life, how you prepare for a speaking gig or how you prepare for a family function, a new project you're working on. People love seeing how the sausage getting made, right? Celebrate small wins, the micro wins. So you didn't hit 10K a month yet. Cool. What did you hit? Let's celebrate that. Celebrate your first 5 sales. Celebrate the first live attendee at your event. Celebrate the first DM you got thanking you for being a transformative force in other people's lives. Okay? You can share lessons from losses. I do this a lot. Okay? If you had a failed offer, a botched collaboration, or any kind of mistake, share what you learned. People respect self-aware leaders and business owners. Okay. Another thing you can share is your milestones in motion. things that we do have steps toward completion. We can share those steps, the milestones along the way as we keep moving. So when we reach a goal, we can post a short, what it took to get here type of story, 2 lessons that I learned. Just keep it digestible, keep it small because it's a journey and we're sharing the different parts until we get to the completion. All right. You can also create a building in public series. Give it a name like CEO Life Lessons or this week's growth moment and commit to posting it weekly. So remember, frequency matters less than consistency. All right. If you're not shouting into the void, you're planting seeds. So we're not just saying stuff to anybody who will listen. We're intentional. We're planting seeds and we know exactly who we're planting them for. We know exactly the transformation we want them to get out of it and the growth that we want them to get out of it. So we're building trust through transparency because trust is a type of currency and building it in public deposits into the trust bank every time. People feel like they know you. They don't, and they feel like, they have to know you to then like you and then to trust you. And guess what? That's when people start buying from you and your business kind of takes off. So sharing who you really are is about building that personal brand, but that transparency makes you a real person behind the brand and people like people. So you can admit what you don't know or what you don't know yet. Sharing your learning curve makes you more credible, not less credible. There have been plenty of times where I learned something and I say, hey, this is what I've learned. Let me share with you what I've learned and the tools that I'm going to use to do it. I haven't done it yet. I don't know if this is going to work, but let me share where I am now. Nothing wrong with that. Just don't be sharing stuff like you know when you don't know. Okay. You want to show receipts. When you do hit a goal and you share a screen grab or a client story, a case what is it called? A case study, sorry. A before and after of some sort. Yeah, show them receipts. You also want to be specific about growth. So instead of, I had a great week, say something like, I onboarded 2 new clients who are a perfect fit for my vision, because that's what made it a great week. So don't just give an overview, give a little something that's detailed so they know why it was a great week, not just that it was a great week, okay? Also, when you tell stories and you share stuff, circle back. If you said you were launching something or you were going somewhere or you were going to do something, follow up. What happened? Keep people in the loop. You know what I'm saying? Close the loop with your audience. Don't just leave us out here high and dry. So if you start something, make sure at some point you end it, okay? People will root for you. They're going to cheer for you, especially if they feel included in your becoming, in your journey. They'll invest in you if they feel part of your journey. This is why in my travels and stuff, I let you guys, help me pick my condos. I see what you think about some of the activities that I'm thinking about doing, or I'm asking you, do you have any packing tips? Do you have any tips about the areas that I'm going to? I let you guys be a part of this thing. It usually takes place on Facebook, but I love it. And guess what? My audience loves it. They love when they guess right about something. When I say, hey, these are the 3 apartments, which ones do you like better? And then I'm going to tell you which one I actually pick. Oh, if they pick the one that I picked, they love that. Okay. So people will definitely cheer for you, root for you, and they feel invested in you when you share. So here's what starts happening when you glow up out loud. Okay. Aligned clients. Because they watch you and they watch you become who you said you were. So now they start aligning with you and you start attracting the right type of clients, the ones that you want, the ideal ones. Speaking opportunities. Yeah. Because your process showcases expertise in real time, and letting people follow your journey is storytelling of the best kind. And people want you to share your story on their platforms and to their audiences. This is why I get so many podcast interviews and stuff, right? So collaborations and partnerships, because transparency is magnetic to people who value authenticity. I just ooze authenticity only because I'm so transparent. I'm transparent about the good stuff and I'm transparent about the not so good stuff. But I also let people know that I'm still here, that I'm strong, I'm going to keep going, all of that kind of stuff. And so I just attract people that want to do things with me, that want to join my tribe, that want to work with me. And I love that. Supporters and champions. You attract supporters and champions because people trust what they see evolve, not just what they are told happened. Like when people see that glow up, oh, it's not just about them worrying about you telling the story that they think you're just telling a lie so that you seem like you went through what they went through. No, see, when you share the journey, people see what you went through and they trust what you went through. And now they trust you and they know that you're not just saying things because they remember when you went through what you went through. Okay. Momentum you can't buy is another thing that happens when you glow up out loud. Momentum. I mean, it's better than Facebook ads. It's better than any kind of sales event you can have because consistency plus vulnerability creates brand loyalty. Let me say that again. Consistency plus vulnerability creates brand loyalty. So I talked about podcasts, but I've been booked for coaching, podcasts, guest trainings, and even collaborations simply because I shared where I was, who I was, what I was building, and how it aligned with my mission. Half the time when I was talking about offers that I wanted to do, I didn't have a sales page. I don't think I've ever created a pitch deck. I would have to do research to learn how to do a pitch deck. I've never done one, but my visibility has come through my vulnerability, and that's a secret sauce. Okay, so let's talk about some pitfalls of building in public because some people do mess it up. They do. So again, oversharing personal drama. Not every pain is meant for public processing. Okay. You don't have to be on there talking about your baby daddy. You don't have to be on there talking about how your kids disappointed you and all of that kind of stuff. I am very cautious and sensitive to sharing stories that is also somebody else's story without their permission. As humans, our stories are interwoven with other people. And if all you do is share a negative of something, then people are going to have a negative connotation associated with that person that you're talking about. And then you look crazy when you get back with the baby daddy, or you look crazy when you're spending a lot of money on the child that you said was a bad child. But stop oversharing your personal drama. That's not what we're doing, okay? We're not sharing that kind of stuff. Another way that people mess it up is confusing venting with value. Mm-mm. If you're going to share a problem, always share the lesson that you took from it too, or the solution that worked for you. I'm going to tell you, I have seen some entrepreneurs share story after story after story after story of negative things happening in their life. And I'm going to be honest with you, that made me not want to be around them. Like, I don't know what kind of bad juju they got going on, but I don't want it to get on me. Okay. And that's not the best content to be putting out there. I've had people to put content out there about negative things happening in their business that they should have been able to fix because that was the service that they supposedly provide for money. Why are you telling negative stories that end up making us think you crazy for selling something that don't seem to be working for you? Yeah, well, watch out. So don't confuse venting with value. Being inconsistent. Trust gets built brick by brick, not all at once. So disappearing for months on end breaks your momentum. We want to be consistent because consistency is actually what builds trust. I want you to think about your relationships. Somebody that is kind to you over and over again consistently helps you to trust that they are a kind person, right? Think about your children. They mess up, right? What do you need them to do to make up for a mess up? You need them to do it right, a few times consistently to get back on the good foot. Okay, that's when you trust that they got it. Consistency. So boundaries protect your peace and your brand. So stay mission driven. Share from your scars, but not from open wounds. I hope you caught that. Share from scars. That means it's healed or healing. Not from an open wound. That means your focus should be on getting what you need to heal, not on telling everybody about this wound. Okay. So scars means you're either healed or in the process of healing. Feel free to share from a place of healing, which means you have lessons and you have solutions. Okay. So we have reached that point in the episode where it's time for your final challenge of the season. And your challenge is create a build in public blueprint. Y'all know I love a good blueprint, okay? And I got you on how to do it, okay? So let's go over some things that you could do to build this blueprint. But your challenge is to build your own build in public blueprint. Now, how do you do it? Well, we're not going to overshare personal drama. Not every pain is meant for public processing. We're not going to confuse venting with value. We're not going to be inconsistent. And we're not going to chase applause because we're not doing things for validation or doing things for attention. So we're going to do the opposite of these things, okay? So we're going to share things that have a lesson and a solution in it. We're going to give value as a part of our process. We're going to show up consistently to build trust. And we're going to do things that are in alignment, not things for applause and for validation. Right. And then, of course, we're going to set our boundaries to protect our peace and our brand. And we're going to stay mission driven. So share from your scars, which is healing, and not from your wounds. So building in public, it's a long game strategy. It becomes a personal brand without you having to force it. And the most successful businesses that start as entrepreneurs and small businesses have a personal brand behind it that is a driving force. And so it's good to have a personal brand. And so your glow up in public is going to help you to create that personal brand. And building your dream life and business isn't just about private wins. It's about showing up, sharing the messy middle, and shining anyway. You don't have to wait until it's perfect to be proud. Glow up loudly because your journey is someone else's permission slip. And winning loudly, that's leadership. That's legacy. Yeah, that's legacy. What you leave people with, how they remember you. That's legacy. Well, yes, I'm a CEO, but I provide award-winning fractional chief operating officer services to an exclusive clientele of 6 and 7-figure CEOs. I've been featured by Time Magazine, Delta Airlines, Fast Company, Thrive Global, and more. I use my superpowers to position Black and brown female online service-based entrepreneurs to get to their first 6 figures in business with a focus on time freedom. If that's you, I'd like to invite you to come be a part of my free business mastermind group where we build community, we create collaborations, and we have conversations to provide you with transformational business growth. So go to shaycannon.info/group. That's shaycannon.info/group and join me. Well, that's it for this final episode of season 3. It's been a pleasure having you to tune in. today, tonight, and all season long. So, CEO, go design a life worth living. Bye for now.